Hey guys, Kiwi guys back again, and today I'm reviewing a ROM called Xperia Note. It's by AmniX from XDA developers, so let's get into it. Right, so this is build 2 of AmniX's Xperia Note ROM, and this is for the GT-N7000, which is the international note. So let's go inside settings and look at About Phone and see what baseband and what the ROM's running. Okay, so we can see it's AmniX Xperia Note GT-N7000 is the name of the ROM, and the kernel is Philz kernel version 3.81, and baseband is based on XXLSC, which is the latest leaked version of Android, and it's 4.1.2, and you can see by AmniX. These little beans, ping ping ping. Now I'm sure if you have run the first build of this ROM or any XXLSA or XXLSC or even XXLS7, you'll understand that the touchless ROM has new features like Smart Stay and Smart Rotation, so I'm just going to assume you know what they are. If you don't, just Google it, and I'm sure it'll tell you how to do it. And along with this ROM, you can see it comes with a font, and which is the standard Xperia font. And I'm just going to enable power settings because I've only just installed this ROM about 7 hours ago. So got a lock screen options. It has an option for weather, and it does work. So I'm going to tick that one, and just down below we've got the ink effect. So we can go inside that and we can choose a different color, and as soon as we're happy with the color we can click save. So there's all the different colors: brown, navy, light blue. We have our ripple effect set for our lock screen, and I'll show you that a little bit later on. Okay, so once you have flashed this ROM, the first thing you are going to need to do is to go into the root directory, make sure you've got root access, and make sure you're into the actual root directory. Navigate up to Data, and then App, and inside there is a file. We need to change the permissions and also copy it. So here it is here, com.sonymobile.motionsnap. So we're going to go to permissions and tick the execute owner dialog box. It's not by default, but obviously I've changed mine so it is. So once you've done that, you're going to copy it, and because you've got root access and you've set permissions to execute, you can execute it. So we need to paste it into system app and paste it. So I've already done it, so it says override, but yours will just say copy. And because you've enabled execute, you can then open that file, because at the moment if you don't do that, that application here won't work. And it's really cool. Try it out. You can set it as your live wallpaper. You can do quite a lot of things with it. It's a really cool app. Now I'm just showing you a test phone hardware app, showing you all the ticks, so every single piece of the hardware in this phone works with this app, just in case people were doubting. Okay, so I'll move on now. Right, so essentially the best features of this ROM are the Sony Applications. So we've got Walkman, which you can see now. We can go through and look at our album art. I'm pretty sure if you have got a phone, Android phone, you've used that app anyway. It's pretty cool. And we've also got the video feature, or movie feature I should say it's called. And the good thing about this movie player is that it plays DivX files. It plays even files that are 4 gigabytes if you've got your SD card set for NTFS, which there's a little tweak or fix that you'll need to do that if you are going to try and run NTFS. So as you can see, the movie works fine. And the next application I'll show you is Album. Now this is a great little album. It has categorized by your week and your date. You see the maps where you took your images, and you've got your shared locations. So those, you can see my servers online. I've got my Technicolor which is my Wi-Fi modem. Okay, let's take a look at some other apps that come with this ROM. So we've got Awesme Beats, we've also got Data Monitor, and the Function Tester, which is the one I showed you before, the hardware working. And we've got the actual Samsung gallery as well. So you do have the option to use the Xperia gallery or the actual Samsung gallery, whichever you prefer. I quite like both, but yeah, use a choice. Okay, let's move on and have a look at some other apps. Right, so you got G.SD, which moves some applications to your SD card. We've got Movies, we've got Notes, which is another form of sort of S-memo, and we've got PSM, which is like a PlayStation mobile account, I guess. And I haven't got a PlayStation, so obviously I can't log into it. But if you have, you can log into your account through your application on your phone. Pretty neat. Right, let's get back into the app drawer and have a look at what else we've got. We've got RAM Manager Pro. This comes pre-installed with the ROM, and you'll need to give it root access. I did use it a while ago. I haven't used it for a long time. It manages your RAM. You can obviously set it for balanced between everyday use. You can have it to free up more memory if you want to play a game. You can have it to revert to default Samsung settings. Apply on boot. So I'm going to set it for hard multitasking. So I want every single application that I use staying in the memory. Okay, so moving out of that and back into the apps, we can see that S-Note does indeed work. And let me just show you productivity tools working. Okay, so you click on that and you can draw an arrow, and it makes it look better than what it does normally. And it sort of snaps images to the alert and what it thinks it should be. Clearly not letters, symbols. Anyway, so that works. Right, so let me get back into the app drawer and show you some more applications. Now, it comes with Smart Connect. Now that enables you to set when you plug in a device, so if you plug in your headset, or if you plug in your charging device, or your dog, it basically turns things on or off and sets sound level to a certain levels. So it's sort of an automated feature, and that's pretty cool. So that's the Bluetooth headphones and your charging dock that comes with those new Sony phones. TrackID, which you play a song and it tells you what the song's called. Xperia Link, so you can link your phone to your tablet or your Sony TV. Now you need to scan your QR code that your external device will display, and you can sync your phone to it, which is very easy instead of typing in a number that generic devices have. And we have Xperia Lounge, which is a news feed feature. As you can see, it shows us news and information that if you have purchased a Sony product, you have access to certain deals. You can see there's certain gigs and music bands playing at events. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Now the difference between build 1 and build 2 also has these little icons at the top. The battery has a better outline. We have Bluetooth symbols, but at the top you can't really see what's on and what's off. So you can see Bluetooth's been turned off, and it is grey, and next to that screen rotation's white. So I can click on that and that turns grey. So that indicates that it's off. I think it was better the other way. I liked version 1's. The colour was more substantial, so you can really detect if it's on or off instead of having to inspect it in quite detail. But I guess that's user preference anyway. Right. Now to make it look even more like a Sony product, you can go inside your launcher settings, and we can scroll right down to the bottom, which comes to Icon Pack. So we can select Icon Pack and select built-in Xperia, which then if I get back out of that, let me hop out of that, and you'll see down the very bottom my icons have changed. So my camera and now messaging looks more more theme-like, so it's more to suit a Sony style. That's the Sony Xperia weather widget. I really like that. And inside that you can set options for Celsius and Fahrenheit. You can also set real feel, so it takes into account the wind as well as the temperature, so it says 19 degrees. If you got a bit of wind, it's actually not really going to be 19, it says it's going to be 16. That's a cool feature. That's just the message widget. Transition between home screens is quite nice and smooth. There's not a lot of lag between the transitions. And I've got a lot of applications in my RAM, and that's not affecting it at all, so that's really cool. So that was my review of Xperia Note ROM by AmniX over at XDA Developers Forum. Check it out, I'll post a link in the description. So this is Kiwi Guy out.